I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
Thank you for having me. What were they up there, 10 minutes?
Well, it was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now.
The buzz surrounding the Simpsons parodies of real-world events is nothing new. But the leaked details of an upcoming episode featuring Katy Perry have taken things to a whole new level.
Why does astronaut Sony Williams' hair float in space, while Katy Perry's hair stays still? During a space capsule live stream, Sony's hair clearly floated, because in weightlessness, gravity has little effect. However, Blue Origin members don't show the same phenomenon.
Fans of the long-running animated series were given a glimpse of the script that supposedly mocks Perry's role in Blue Origin's mission. According to sources close to the show, the parody is set to exaggerate the pop star's behavior during and after the flight, with a focus on her seemingly out-of-place reactions. Early concept art from the episode, which has since been leaked online, shows Perry's animated counterpart in a highly exaggerated, almost cartoonishly frantic state, as she floats through space, flailing about with excitement. It's been claimed that this segment will portray her as out of touch with reality.
You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love. So I feel really connected to that strong, divine feminine right now.
Turning the entire space journey into a laughable spectacle. While The Simpsons is known for its over-the-top satire, this particular portrayal seems to cut especially deep. It's no secret that Perry has often used her bubbly, overly enthusiastic persona to endear herself to fans, but this time, it could be backfiring in a major way. If the episode airs as planned, it could potentially create a PR nightmare, as the public will be faced with the question, is Katy Perry really this naive and self-centered, or is the portrayal just a comical exaggeration? When news of The Simpsons episode first broke, insiders revealed that Katy Perry was not at all amused by the satirical take on her spaceflight. Reports suggest that her team immediately sprang into action, attempting to contact the network in an effort to squash the episode before it could be broadcast. Sources close to the pop star claim she was furious about being mocked so openly, with some even suggesting that she saw it as a direct attack on her reputation. However, The Simpsons is a powerhouse in the world of television, known for its biting humor and celebrity parodies. It's unclear whether Perry's efforts to stop the episode will succeed, but the confrontation raises an interesting question about the limits of parody in today's celebrity-driven culture. Katy, who's no stranger to the public spotlight, likely didn't anticipate that her role in the space mission would lead to such a backlash, especially considering the media frenzy that followed. It's been rumored that her team might even consider legal action to prevent the airing of the episode, claiming it defames her character. While many celebs simply laugh off such parodies, Katy's response hints at a deeper frustration with how the media twists and distorts her persona for cheap laughs. Katy Perry's carefully curated public image has always been part of her charm. She's the bubbly, fun-loving pop star who can do no wrong. Or at least, that's the narrative she's tried to build over the years. But with this recent debacle surrounding her Blue Origin flight and the Simpsons parody, some fans are questioning if the cracks in that persona are starting to show. Rumors suggest that Katy and her team are deeply concerned about how the satire will impact her image, fearing that it could overshadow everything she's worked for in recent years. Reports claim that Perry herself is battling with how to reclaim control over her narrative. Her music career has already taken a hit, with her latest projects failing to make the same impact as her earlier work, leaving her scrambling for relevance. The space flight, which was supposed to reignite her brand, may have done the opposite by aligning her with a spectacle more befitting of a reality TV star than a pop icon. Industry experts speculate that this is a tipping point for Katy. She's at risk of becoming a laughingstock rather than the strong, independent figure she once was. If this parody episode airs as expected, it could mark a pivotal moment in her career, forcing her to confront the possibility that the public's perception of her might not be as malleable as she thought. While the Simpsons episode looms large over Katy Perry's PR strategy, it's not the only platform where she's facing intense backlash. The media at large has been quick to lampoon the space mission, painting it as nothing more than a rich celebrity's vanity project. Critics have lambasted the event. accusing Perry of exploiting space exploration for personal gain, turning a significant achievement into a sideshow. This criticism isn't limited to niche media outlets. Even prominent figures like Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon have taken to their platforms to mock the event, suggesting that the entire mission was a hollow stunt designed to boost Perry's profile. The controversy surrounding the flight quickly morphed into a broader discussion about celebrity culture and its increasing tendency to exploit such endeavors for entertainment value. Katy Perry, once seen as a champion of fun and lightheartedness, now finds herself embroiled in a media circus where her every move is scrutinized. The online discourse surrounding her space trip continues to spiral, with memes, Twitter threads, and YouTube videos popping up daily, each one taking a jab at her reactions and the optics of the event. In a way, it's almost as if the media has turned against her, questioning whether her space adventure is genuinely inspiring or just another example of celebrity overindulgence.
As the Simpsons episode nears release, early leaks of concept art have sparked further outrage. The artwork depicts Perry's character in exaggerated states of distress, floating through space while engaging in wildly eccentric behavior. The leaks paint a picture of a parody that may go much further than fans initially anticipated. According to some online sources, the show will portray Perry as completely out of touch with the reality of the space mission, focusing on her over-the-top antics and portraying her as the embodiment of celebrity excess. Early feedback suggests that the parody will not be kind to her, highlighting her clumsy moments and chaotic demeanor in a way that's bound to make viewers question whether she's really cut out for the kind of fame she seeks. Fans are already speculating about the specific scenes that will be included, with some suggesting that Perry's supposed meltdown in Zero Gravity will be a central focus of the parody. If these leaks are accurate, Katy's spaceflight could soon be forever linked to her portrayal as a celebrity who takes herself too seriously, much to the delight of the public. Behind the scenes, Katy's team is reportedly in turmoil over how to respond to the backlash and The Simpsons parody. Sources claim that there's a significant divide between those who believe she should publicly address the situation head-on and others who think it's best to take a more passive approach. Some advisors have suggested that she release a statement poking fun at herself, trying to regain control of the narrative by showing she can laugh at the situation. However, others in her camp believe that allowing the parody to air without challenge would be tantamount to admitting defeat. Some have even floated the idea of staging a more dramatic response, such as filing a lawsuit or holding a press conference, in an attempt to salvage what remains of her public image. The confusion within her inner circle reveals a larger issue at play. Katy Perry is caught in a battle for her identity. Once the darling of pop culture, she's now struggling to maintain relevance in a world where her every move is subject to ridicule. The rumors about her team's internal conflict raise an important question. What kind of person is Katy Perry really? Is she the self-aware, lighthearted figure she projects? Or is she, as some critics suggest, just another celebrity who craves validation and control? The idea of a celebrity traveling to space seems like the ultimate flex in today's world of lavish stunts and oversized personalities. However, Katy Perry's spaceflight has sparked a wave of skepticism and backlash that has people questioning whether she truly understood the optics of the whole event. As a pop culture icon, she's no stranger to the spotlight, but her involvement with Blue Origin seemed almost too perfectly timed, especially given her decline in chart-topping hits in recent years. Many observers have called her participation a desperate attempt to re-establish herself as a relevant, groundbreaking figure. The media quickly dubbed it the ultimate PR stunt, as Perry's every move was captured and dissected for online consumption. The backlash didn't stop at ridicule, but evolved into a debate over the ethics of rich celebrities engaging in such extravagant displays while real-world issues persist. People began to ask if it was right for someone like Perry, who is already financially set for life, to take part in something as exclusive and expensive as a space mission, while others struggle to make ends meet. It's been suggested that this glaring display of wealth in the face of global challenges could backfire, casting a shadow over the image Perry has worked so hard to craft. No public event, especially one involving a high-profile celebrity like Katy Perry, goes without a reaction on social media. In Perry's case, the responses were overwhelmingly mixed. On one hand, her die-hard fans flooded platforms like Twitter and Instagram with praise, defending their idol and claiming that her space mission was a bold and exciting move. However, it wasn't long before the more cynical corners of the internet began to voice their discontent. Skeptics quickly took to TikTok, creating videos that poked fun at Perry's exaggerated reactions to weightlessness, comparing her to a child experiencing zero gravity for the first time. Some users even speculated that Perry might have been coached to act this way, turning what could have been a moment of wonder into a social media spectacle. As the backlash grew, Perry's online mentions became a battleground, with many fans and critics clashing over the purpose and authenticity of her spaceflight. The controversy grew so intense that it spilled over into mainstream media, with outlets like Rolling Stone and the New York Times weighing in on the incident. It was clear that Perry's once pristine online image was being challenged, as critics argued that her participation in the mission wasn't about advancing humanity's exploration of space, but rather about advancing her own celebrity. This growing wave of criticism has forced Perry to deal with the reality that even her most ardent supporters may not be enough to shield her from the backlash,